The Little Bunny and the Hidden Meadow. Once upon a time, in the heart of Cloverwood Forest, there lived a small, curious bunny named Oliver. He had soft white fur, long ears that twitched at the slightest sound, and bright, eager eyes that shone with wonder. Oliver lived with his mother, father, and a handful of playful siblings in a cozy burrow nestled beneath a great oak tree. Oliver loved his family, but unlike his brothers and sisters, who were happy hopping around the meadow near their home, he longed for adventure. He dreamed of what lay beyond the towering trees, of secret places no bunny had ever seen. One evening, as the golden sun dipped behind the trees, Oliver sat beside an old, wise turtle named Tobias. Tobias had lived in the forest for longer than anyone could remember, and he was known for his stories. "Tell me something exciting, Tobias," Oliver said, his little nose twitching with anticipation. The turtle chuckled. "Well now, have you ever heard of the Hidden Meadow?" Oliver's ears perked up. "The Hidden Meadow?" Tobias nodded. "It's a magical place deep within the forest. They say golden flowers bloom there, and a great tree whispers stories to those who listen. But no one knows exactly where it is." Oliver's heart raced. A secret meadow? A talking tree? This was exactly the kind of adventure he longed for. That night, as his siblings slept soundly, Oliver lay awake, staring at the burrow's ceiling. He had to find the hidden meadow. The journey begins. At dawn, Oliver set off with a determined bounce in his step. The morning air smelled of fresh earth and blooming wildflowers. Birds sang cheerful tunes as he ventured deeper into the forest than he had ever dared before. Not long into his journey, he met an owl perched on a low branch, blinking at him sleepily. "Where are you off to in such a hurry, little bunny?" the owl hooted. "I'm looking for the hidden meadow," Oliver said. "Do you know the way?" The owl ruffled its feathers. The path is tricky. You must follow the stream until you find the tallest tree, but be careful, there are those who might mislead you." Oliver thanked the owl and hurried toward the stream, where the water shimmered like silver in the sunlight. He followed it, hopping along smooth stones, when suddenly, a sleek red fox stepped onto the path. "Why, hello there," the fox said smoothly. "A little bunny all alone in the big forest? Where are you going?" Oliver hesitated. He had heard stories about foxes. They were clever, sometimes too clever. But he wanted to be polite. "I'm looking for the hidden meadow," Oliver said cautiously. The fox's eyes gleamed. "Oh, I know exactly where that is. Just follow me." Something about the fox's grin made Oliver uneasy. He remembered the owl's warning, some might mislead him. He decided to trust his instincts. "No, thank you," Oliver said. "I think I'll find my own way." With a swift turn, he darted off before the fox could say another word. A new friend and a big problem. After a while, Oliver reached the tallest tree he had ever seen. Its branches stretched high into the sky, and its roots curled like fingers into the earth. Beneath it sat a small, round hedgehog, nibbling on a berry. "Hello," Oliver said. "Do you know anything about the hidden meadow?" The hedgehog looked up, his quills twitching. "I've heard that it lies beyond the river. But the river is too fast and wide for a small bunny to cross." Oliver's ears drooped. He hadn't thought about that. How would he get across? The hedgehog studied him thoughtfully. "Maybe I can help," he said. "There's a fallen log downstream. If we work together, we might be able to move it into place." Excited, Oliver and the hedgehog hurried to the spot. Sure enough, a large log had toppled nearby, but it was too heavy for one small bunny alone. Together, they pushed and rolled it until it stretched across the river like a bridge. Oliver hopped across carefully, feeling triumphant. "Thank you," he called to the hedgehog. "Come with me." But the hedgehog shook his head. "I'll stay here." "Good luck, little bunny." The Hidden Meadow. Oliver pressed forward, his heart thumping with excitement. The trees grew taller, the air smelled sweeter, and suddenly, he stepped into a clearing unlike any he had ever seen. Golden flowers swayed in the breeze, glowing softly in the sunlight. A crystal-clear pond sparkled in the center, and at the far end stood the most magnificent tree Oliver had ever laid eyes on. Its bark shimmered, and as the wind rustled its leaves, he heard a soft whisper. "Welcome, little one." Oliver gasped. The tree was speaking. "You have traveled far," the tree continued. "Tell me, what have you learned?" Oliver thought for a moment. "I learned that some creatures may try to trick you, but if you trust your instincts, you can find the right path. I learned that with friends, even big problems can be solved. And I learned that adventures are more fun when shared." The tree's leaves rustled happily. Wise lessons, indeed. This meadow is a secret, but it is meant to be shared with those who seek it with a kind heart. Bring your family, little bunny. Let them see what you have found. Oliver's heart swelled with joy. He had done it. But more than that, he had discovered that the real magic wasn't just in finding the hidden meadow, it was in the journey itself. A homecoming to remember. Oliver raced home, eager to tell his family. His brothers and sisters listened wide-eyed as he described the golden flowers, the whispering tree, and the adventure he had taken. The next day, they all followed Oliver back through the forest, across the log bridge, and into the hidden meadow. Together, they played among the flowers, splashed in the pond, and listened to the tree's gentle stories. And from that day on, Oliver knew he would always love adventure, but the best part was sharing it with those he loved. The end.